survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. Who will win the title? Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor.
It is Sunday evening. Jamie and I are about to do our Sanctuary Sunday live. But before we do, I want to walk out and show you all something. And I'll explain what's going on. This morning, I came out early and we drove around on the side-by-side looking at the Longhorn, doing a head count, and just doing a little bit of a debrief. Not a debrief, just kind of just talking. And there were a lot of people, y'all. Lots of people all day were sending emails and messages about Lord Grayson. Where is Lord Grayson? Where's Lord Grayson? Then they start messaging Jamie. Guys, Lord Grayson is right here. So this morning, remember, when I drove by, I did a head count. I did not actually take my camera and video each and every one of our babies. But Lord Grayson is alive and well, and he's here, okay? Hi, Danny. Well, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Vroom, vroom. And I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Vroom, vroom. 'Cause you get sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between Danny and I. I keep falling in love with her over and over and over and over again. I love you, sweetie. All right, you're a good girl, okay? You're a good girl. Guys are all here. They're all here. I promise. If I can't find one, I'll let you know. Guys are all here. We're going to find out right now. Let me remove that. Can you hear us?
That is not me making that noise, for the record.
We're going to try to find out and see if you can hear us because we're having some volume.
Yep, they're good. All good.
Okay, we are having some issues with the laptop, and I do believe I know why, because I carried it with me in the truck over to take Lex home. I also carried Stella, Trixie, and Christmas with me to take Lex home. They were in the back seat being really good girls. They were being good girls until Lex asked me would I stop and buy him some drumsticks. And I'm like, sure, son, I'll do whatever you want. So he wanted some drumsticks. So I swing into the chicken place and I buy some drumsticks. And all of a sudden, of all three of these amazing, wonderful girls, guess which one tried to come up front in the front seat with us?
Trixie.
You say Trixie. What do you all say? Who do you think out of my three good girls, Christmas, Trixie, and Stella, tried to come up front with us because Lex had drumsticks? You're all saying Christmas. There's really only one person who I think I can see who knows the correct answer, and it's this sweet lady right here, Wilsola. How do you say that name, Jamie?
Wilsola.
There's a few more saying it now, but that was the first one that I saw. And yes, so Stella hobbles up. She walks like Quasimodo. You guys know that. I love her. But she comes up like Quasimodo out of the back seat, and she gets right there on the, what do you call that thing? The console.
Yeah.
That comes down between me and Lex. And she's like looking at Lex, and she's salivating all over my computer. I'm just watching salivating coming out of her mouth. And I'm like, son, give her something. So he's like, well. So anyway, so we went ahead and gave her a couple of little bites, and she just made the biggest mess all over the top of my computer. Not to worry, I'm in a hoodie. I just clean it up as fast as it happens. Everything's good.
It probably just needs to be restarted, but since we're live, we can't do that. So we'll give that a whirl afterwards, okay?
We will restart when we're done. Reason that we could not hear is because normally when I put up something to play, we can hear it along with you. And today we couldn't hear anything. There's nothing muted. So I do think I need a computer restart, but we'll do that later.
No big deal.
Hmm.
Happy Sunday, y'all. And I am having an iced coffee for dinner because, you know, I didn't go on the journey to go have some. I got it.
No. Don't even think for a minute that I ate with him.
I'm just teasing you.
Because you. So funny story. And jump in whenever you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there for those ladies. You know who I'm talking about, the ones who scream at me because I never let you talk. Jump in whenever you're ready. Last night, Jamie and I were watching some YouTube videos, and we saw this one cute video this couple made. Man, wife, and their daughter. And they all bring out, well, the wife sits down 3 plates, and they're covered with a napkin. And they all 3 sit down at their spots at the table. And then the mama pops open her napkin, and there's this freshly baked cookie. Little girl in her little spot pulls open her napkin, and she has 2 cookies. And then dad goes, oh boy. And he pulls up his napkin, and there's nothing. There's nothing underneath his napkin. And what these parents were doing were testing their daughter's empathy. Okay. Seeing if she was empathetic. So the mama goes, wow, this is going to be so great. And the mom takes a bite of her cookie. The little girl sits there and she takes a bite of her cookie, even though she has 2. And that dad is like, I wish I had a cookie. I don't have a cookie. I'm so hungry. I would love a cookie. And that little girl's looking at him and she goes, Mommy, he don't have a cookie. And that little girl thinks, oh my God. They thought it was the funniest thing ever that daddy had no cookie. So in saying so, today Lex wants some drumsticks. You guys know that Lex likes drumsticks. Fine.
Like cooked on drumsticks.
He doesn't care for the side orders. He doesn't care about all that other stuff. He just wants drumsticks. And guys, I'm not kidding you. He will eat them down to the bare bone.
Like fried chicken drumsticks. Not like ice cream drumsticks, like chicken drumsticks.
No, chicken, fried chicken, but the chicken legs. Fine, we'll call them legs.
Yeah.
To make it easier for those who don't know drumsticks, legs. But we go into the chicken place, and there's not an order. No one has an order built for just 8 drumsticks. You can do leg and thigh, 4 and 4, or, whatever. So I say, listen, I have a special order. I need the 8-piece because Lex needs 8. He needs 8 to be full. He's a teenager, Jamie. He's a teenager.
He's a bottomless pit.
Yes. He needs 8 drumsticks. And so I say to the lady on the microphone, the drive-through, I'm like, ma'am, I need the 8-piece, but I says, my son wants all drumsticks. Can you do that? Sometimes they'll say no because they don't want to take away from their inventory of all their balance. Their balance. But no, she goes, that's fine. Be a couple of minutes. And so I guess I have to fry up a few more drumsticks, whatever. So we finally pull up, we pay, and off we go towards the hour-long trip down to Mom's house. And as we're driving, like I said, Stella steps up and she wants a drumstick. And, at some point I'm like, hey, Lex, I says, really, could I have one of those? And he like, I don't want to talk mess about Lex because I love that boy more than you guys know. I love my son, but he goes, I could give you one, but that means I'm still going to be hungry. He could give me one, but that means he's still going to be hungry.
Just know I'm willing to sacrifice, but just to put it out there as a little guilt trip of like, if you eat this, if you really take it, that means that I'm still not fulfilled.
Anyway, I didn't push it. I says, you know what? That's fine, man. I don't want him to go back to his mama's hungry. So he had sit there and ate all 8 drumsticks. Who can do that?
Listen, after lunch. So at lunch, I made shrimp and rice.
Yeah.
And when I say I made shrimp and rice, I made 4 5-pound bags of shrimp.
You sure did.
And 3 family-sized rices. And it's gone.
Yeah. We
ate. it's not like the boy hadn't eaten all day, because he also had breakfast from Pawpaw before he came over.
I do think it's cute that, I don't know if you noticed, but Ellie made a to-go plate for Megan.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really, I thought that was really cute that before Ellie left, he walks in and makes a to-go plate for Megan to take home to Megan. And we had game day today. I know a lot of folks don't, that's not your thing, and that's fine for those who don't enjoy it, but we enjoy it.
Yeah.
I plan a few games, and whenever we have the boys, they come over and we do some kind of a family game day. Girls, please don't mess with everything. That's Christmas's tail.
I know.
Ryan.
I feel it over here. It's smacking me.
But we had a lot of fun with our game day. This is our second edition game day, our second in a row. And no, Jamie feeds us, and then I do the games. Okay, girls, they're going to knock something over. I see all the cords being pushed and moved around. What's happening is jealousy. You realize that, right?
Yeah, stop touching them.
Yeah, I got to just
It's your fault.
I got to stop loving on them.
Because whenever you pet one, the other one walks up like, hey, is there any chicken remnants on his fingers? Like, that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Sherman, you might want to watch that, or you're going to find yourself being sent off to the sweet by and by.
Megan doesn't come over because she has other things to do. Game. Nope, there's a bug.
Oh.
Game day is not for everyone, and it's 100% okay. It is a long drive for them to come over, but Lex and Ellie, every morrow, loves a good challenge.
We love competition.
So they come over for the fun of it, and you know, Megan stays home to take care of the animals. And if it was the opposite way, like you were going over there, like the day before Saturday when Lester goes over to Plum Grove, I don't go. I stay home and do all of my things too. So it's very normal for us to choose what we want to do that day.
Yeah, so it is true. We, you know, like I was actually saying on my morning live this morning, is that as your kids get older, you know, they will sometimes go through a phase. You and I have talked about Xander when he hit the age of 13, 14. He wanted to be anywhere but home.
Yep.
And, you know, he found reasons to be at a friend's house or at the mall.
So his dad lived in the town where the high schools actually were, and that's where like the little restaurants and all the things were. We lived in the smaller outskirts town. And he wanted to go to his dad's house very often at the age of 14. And my feelings for her, she was like, wait, I've been the one. I'm the one who also is like, call your friends, let's go do this or whatever. Like that was normal. But what he wanted was the independence to walk around and go do all of his things. And that's just what kids go through. I had to think back, and I went through it from the age of about 10 as a girl on, and I would find every reason in the world to find a babysitting job for the weekend. And as soon as those kids went to bed, I was on the phone calling my friends from their house, and didn't get any heck for it because I wasn't keeping the phone line, you know, from being busy or being tied up or whatever. So like you just go through independence. And anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, you didn't interrupt. I was just saying that, you know, so we're trying to grab the kids while we still can. We're trying to grab them while we still can. Now they will come back around. They'll end up, and you guys all know this. You've all had kids or grandkids, or maybe you can remember yourself. I saw one lady say she hit that stage. Stop it, Trixie. Trixie's trying to antagonize the other dogs. But, you know, they hit a certain age and it's just not cool to be around with parents anymore. So we're trying to find things to do to create some memories and just have them, you know, fill their bellies up, have some fun games, and
just spend time together.
And at some point, if they find themselves not wanting to come over because they got something else going on, and, you know, you're competing, think about who we're competing with. Lex, we're competing with sports. We're competing with girls. And all of us are competing with those darn phones. There's not a one of you out there, I don't think, who's not noticed the dynamic change, all because of that little darn thing that people have in their hands, and they can't put their darn phones down. So we have so much competition for their time and for their attention. Let me just put them all outside for a little bit.
No, give me Christmas. She's eating a pen.
Gosh darn it.
Like, why?
So no, we try to find things to do with them. And like Jamie said, our family has always enjoyed doing fun things for competition. Lex and Ellie enjoy doing, yes, video games. Ken, yes, Ken, thank you. You're right. That's true too. The gosh darn Xbox and PlayStations and all the video games. So we try to get them over to do some game days and some things they can create some fun memories with. And we have a lot of fun. Today, I was the host of the game show. I didn't actually play today because I tried to take some of the 3 of my favorite things to watch. Of course, you and I have Survivor. And if you guys don't know, Jimmy and I watch every season of Survivor, and we have for as long as we've been together. And then I also will remember the games that I watched when I was much younger, the TV show Minute to Win It. And
I loved Minute to Win It, though, too.
Once in a while, I'll grab Mr. Beast, which is a YouTuber who does a lot of challenges in games. And so what I did today was combined some of those different ideas and created our own challenges. Now, you've never seen any of those games do a, what do they call it, Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that.
We had the Etch-a-Sketch. Tell them what happened when Ellie and Lex first got there. And we introduced them to the Etch-a-Sketch. And
we
it was
told them
time
how to do
delete.
it. And it was time to erase it. And Lex goes, "Where's the delete button?" We're like, "There's no button."
Where's the delete button?
Like, it's not electronic, buddy. Sorry.
They both sat down at the table, and we both explained to them how this one here makes the little whatever that thing is, that little mouse thing that moves around and leaves a little line behind it, right? And this one over here goes this way. And so they got the concept pretty fast. But what they had no idea about is, how do you delete it? How do you start over? And then when we told him you got to shake it, Ellie's like,
yeah.
Like, Lex didn't know what to.
Yeah.
So we got
the giggles of that. And also the spinning game. Because if you remember, if you sat at any kind of restaurant or anywhere waiting, one of the things that you would do was spin your quarters or spin your coins, you know? And we had to teach them how to do it. And Ellie actually went to the extreme and just like dropped them instead of spinning it like that. So,
well,
yeah, he always finds a technical way. Always finds a technical way.
Ellie's good. I'm going to pull this down a little bit because there's a glare right above our head. Do you see it? Now it's gone.
Okay.
No, Ellie has always found a way to kind of cheat the system. So instead of flipping his coins the way we all of us did, he wants to do some kind of like flick the coins. But he got three of them to spin.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
It was a good time. It was interesting the way that they did their patterns on the Etch-a-Sketch, though, because like I'm all trying to follow the exact thing of like make an angle, and I don't know if you've ever tried to make an angle on an Etch-a-Sketch, but it ain't pretty.
It's like this over here, right?
Yeah. So mine was like very tiny little waves, and theirs are like they're making stairs to be able to get theirs up to that point to be able to make the pattern, which was still fine. But they have gamer hands, and I do not have that at all.
Ellie does love to compete. I just now remembered something. I think it might have been before Etch-a-Sketch, and there was this pad. You could write on it.
And it would have the slider?
And no, you'd pull the top up and then put it back down.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
You lifted the top, and that would erase whatever you had written. It was like plastic. Then you put it back down. You just keep on writing.
Do you remember the Mr. Woolley that had the mustache that you would take the fibers of magnet to be able to make his mustache?
Yes. Yeah. You'd use a little pen, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it had a little magnet pen on it. I don't remember what that thing was either.
Fun games.
And then we also had this thing at my grandma's house that was on like a card, and it had like a plastic bubble on top of it, but it had a thing that you flicked, and you had to get the one we had. You had to get the acorns in the tree.
I've done told you to stop. Move.
Put them outside.
I'm gonna have to. It's Christmas. It's because here's what's going on. She's leaving, so Trixie has laid down on top of my feet. She's like laying on top of my feet. Okay.
Magic slate.
Yes, the magic slate. She's laying on top of my feet. But what Trixie's doing is Trixie is looking at Christmas. And then Trixie does this over here. And she touches my leg. And she looks at Christmas. Well, Christmas is over there like saying, oh, hell no. So then she walks over here and she wants to push herself between Trixie and I. And we're trying to work here, Jamie. We're trying to work here. You need a baby pin for the upper part of the RV. Absolutely. We need a little baby door, a little baby gate going up and
Lock
down.
everybody in.
So I can put them all up there and they can't be down here harassing us. Isn't that something? It is jealous girls. Absolutely.
Mr. Woolley. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Mr.
Spirograph
Woolley
was cool. So I found a spirograph at an auction a few years ago, and I actually have one in my office. Did you ever have a spirograph?
I remember they had the different little disc. And you put your pen.
Depending on where you put your pen in the hole.
Yes. My mom would buy us those pens that had the 4 clickers, the red, blue, green, and black.
You were fancy.
You could click whatever color and just sketch around it and then change the color and put it in a different hole and so it would keep it all spherical or whatever.
Wow.
I forgot about that, Jamie. These kids today have no darn idea.
They don't know any of that.
But we did it. It was all about having games and creating some memories. And I think that we did a good job at that.
We did. And guess who won Risk? Yep.
Yep. Now we don't video the entire event. We don't video while we eat. We don't video our conversations that we have, our family conversations. But we do eat at the table. We all say a family prayer. We just make sure we enjoy family time. And then we also sit down whenever we're done with our little video and we play the game of Risk. That's not something you'd ever want to watch because it's very competitive.
It's very strategic. There's a lot of strategic
and cutthroat.
Yeah, it is pretty long too.
You guys would not appreciate the cutthroat in me.
They're all mean to me.
No, we're not.
They're all mean to me and after me.
No. That's not true.
And it started by Lex because one time I took Lex out. So now he has a vendetta for me. Like it is his first and only mission to get me out of the game in order to proceed with his game, which is hilarious to me because he's actually a very skilled Risk player.
Very skilled.
And it is a fun little competition between us. So good times.
Yeah. No, we used to have the board game of Risk, but guys, I tell you what, now they have the electronic version and it's narrated. There's a guy who says, there's black, or whatever color, team 4, or whatever, you give it yourself a name. And it's like narrated. And it makes it and of course you have these tanks that come out and airplanes that fly over. It's still the same concept. You want to have so many countries, right? But now with all the technology and the advancements, it's like you're sitting there watching a war movie on TV.
I don't care about any of that. I just know that that doesn't require me to think. It thinks for me. I've never played the board game version. I only started
the board
playing
game
Risk
came with dice.
Guys.
Yes, you had dice, and sometimes you'd roll them dice and they'd go across the board accidentally and mess everyone's armies up. God, I would never go back to the board game.
That's hard. The other game we did today was puzzles, and I challenged Lester to a puzzle, and he had to go. So I actually went to Dollar Tree and bought puzzles today, and we are going to have ourselves a little puzzle competition tonight. Aren't you excited? I hope your skills are up to par. I bought 3 different sizes. I bought a 24, a 48, and a 100. I think the 100 is a little much.
Hold on. First of all, it's not so much me and you. I don't think these sweet people are going to sit here and want to watch you and me play puzzles. Or you mean after we're off the live?
No, we're doing a live competition.
Oh, Jamie.
You didn't play the whole day.
No, I was the DJ. It was my job to narrate video.
Are you scared of losing?
No, I'm not scared of losing.
You sound like you might be scared of losing a little bit.
I don't care if I lose.
Clue is very fun. I love Clue. And we have played a lot of Clue.
But even Clue is electronic now. Now there's electronic Clue. You don't have to do the cards and do all the notepad and Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with a knife.
I saw maybe it was on Pinterest that somebody took a a like a coffee table, and they built a Clue like diorama in it, so that way, and you played with real people of where your people went. Within it looked like a dollhouse, but it was open all across the top, and it was in their coffee table was just a piece of glass or whatever that they took off to play the game. And I was like, that would be really fun to play. Same thing with like Battleship like that. That would be very fun.
Even Battleship's electronic now. There's electronic Battleship. There's electronic Connect 4, electronic checkers, electronic everything. So I don't know. You don't have to buy board games. Are you doing that right now?
You don't want to?
Well, we've not talked about anything yet. I don't care. Go ahead and get it. Let's get it out of the way. Guys,
just entertain me once, okay?
I'm gonna be a sport, and we're gonna do a puzzle. I don't know.
The 24 or the 48?
I think we should probably do a 24.
All right, I think yours is gonna have to be there, and mine's gonna have to be up here.
Oh no, we can do it right here together, side by side.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Oh, it has a picture. What in the world? This from the dollar store?
Yeah. Listen,
oh lordy.
You only get cartoon puzzles.
All right, so
I don't think it's gonna fit.
Huh?
I don't think two are gonna fit right there.
I think we'll make them work. If we have to, we can turn the computer and set the table side by side. You want to do that?
Do we fit there?
I'm sure that this is only 24 pieces. It'll fit, babe. It'll fit.
Okay.
I bet you it will.
All right. I don't even know what Gabby's dollhouse is.
You don't have to see our faces right now, okay?
All right. All it is a challenge of who's going to get it done first. Are you ready?
Wait, is yours already open?
No.
All right, so mine's not open either. Are these exactly the same?
Exactly the same.
Okay, so we're going to have a puzzle championship to see who can put together a 24-piece puzzle faster.
Did you take your sleeping pills already?
Oh, boy.
Are you combing your beard for this? Are you nervous right now?
Oh, my God. Stella, why, sweetie? Your tail's going crazy, whacking everything. Stella, that's our ring light. Poor Stella. Poor Stella, guys.
Oh my God, it really is gonna fall.
It is. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Why do y'all put up with us? All right, so the first one to complete this puzzle then.
Yeah, you ready?
Let's get it open first. Let's not make this be part of it, okay?
All right.
Let's just get it open, and then instead of pouring it, I'm gonna do like you did. So we can just kind of set it out. So. And then is there any way that we can kind of like have like, here we go. So you just stay on that side and I'll stay on my side. Now we have equal space, okay?
All right.
So we're equal spaced. All right. So someone say go. On your mark.
Jamie.
Yo, go Jamie. All right, let's go.
Oh, this is hard.
Go Jamie. Go Jamie. All right. I'm going to turn all of my pieces around where I can kind of see what I'm doing. There's one corner, Jamie. I got me a corner, Jamie. Lester, got a corner. All right, so I'm going to put all of those. I have kind of a strategy here. A little bit of a strategy.
Ooh, this is harder than the 12 piece that you
brought us. Harder than you thought?
Yeah.
Jamie,
good thing you didn't recommend 50.
What did you do to us?
Good thing that you did not say, yeah, let's do 50, because that would have been horrible, actually.
So do you have any kind of strategy that you do?
I just start doing.
Oh. So I try to find the four corners if I can.
Really?
I try to. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter, but I feel like I take all the pieces that I know is not a corner and I move them off. I move them away. Okay, so it's going to be... Okay, so I don't need... I know there's a lot of folks who are probably better at this game than what I am. I need a hole. I need something. Oh, that's coming. That's the top coming down.
I definitely need the box. What did you do with the box?
Oh, no. We ain't looking, Jamie.
What do you mean we ain't looking?
No, we're not going to start looking.
That's normal to
Jamie, this is another corner. This is a double-edged corner. This is a double corner. Here's a double corner. So I have one corner, so I'm missing one last double-edged corner. Here it is. Now, okay, so I have that, Jamie. Look what I've done. I've done a whole side over here, Jamie.
Oh, my God.
Now I'm going to start working across the top if I can. I need one that has a flat. There we go, Jamie. Look at your boy. Jamie, look at your boy. You're not looking at your boy.
I want to look at you.
You might want to look at me. And it might give you a little help. You never know. You might could use a little help. All right, I don't want any of those middle pieces right now. Move all middle pieces away. There we go. Jamie cakes. Oh boy, I'm about to tear it apart. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so where's that other double corner at? Because that's what I need. Boy, she is really moving forward now. She's got this thing under wraps. It's weird how it all came together so fast for you.
You're like, look at me, and I'm like,
I'm trying to distract
looking.
you. I'm trying to distract you. You didn't get up what I was trying to do.
I got what you're trying to do, but I wasn't.
Not falling for it.
No.
I was trying to distract you so I could have an advantage. There you go. Well, Jamie won. Jamie, you beat me fair and square. Is that what you wanted to prove to everybody right there?
No, I just wanted to see you try to do a puzzle because I could never believe that you would have the patience to do a puzzle.
Is that what you needed right there for your ego?
It's not that I needed it. It's that I really thought you would beat me.
Really?
Yes, I did. Because generally Lester is very good at detail, like things like this, especially physical with pictures.
You think so?
Yes, very much so. Like think about this. The other night he started to put together that warm dining room.
Yeah.
He never looked at the instructions.
No. Did you? Oh, did that impress you?
Yes, I can't do those without the instructions.
Really? And keep going. I like being bragged on. I never get bragged on.
I'm just saying, like, it was very impressive because even though it's not the order that the booklet said or whatever, like, you still did it very well for no instructions.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was impressive. So I actually expected you to beat me, like severely.
Today in this?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't happen. I will get.
But you are finishing it because you can't not finish. I knew that
I can't quit. That's the problem. I'm not going to be able to quit, even though a lot of these folks saying, Lester, put it away. You lost. I know I lost, but I just don't want to quit yet. I just don't want to quit yet. Let me see if I can get a couple of things to go here, and I'll be done momentarily. Pink. There's an eyeball. That helps a little bit when you start seeing what you're looking for.
I think that puzzles are good for your brain. And I mean that in the most sincere way.
I prefer to name longhorns.
Oh, my God.
Naming longhorns. That's my brain. Oh, by the way, for anyone, oh, gosh, I'm so sorry, Jamie, about all of that, by the way. But for anybody who was very concerned this morning because you could not find Lord Grayson, I put that little clip when the live first started. Let me play it for y'all real fast. Sunday evening,
by the way.
Jamie and I are about to do our live, our Sanctuary Sunday live. But before we do, I want to walk out and show you all something. And I'll explain what's going on. This morning, I came out early and we drove around on the side-by-side looking at the Longhorn, doing a head count, and just doing a little bit of a debrief. Not a debrief, just kind of just talking. And there were a lot of people, y'all. Lots. All right. There is that beautiful boy, Lord Grayson, okay? He's fine, I promise. I'm going to remove that now. No, so what I do, I
realize I'm like all jacked up over here.
I'm not bragging on myself as far as my videoing skills go. But what I notice is a lot of people, using your phone, a lot of people will video like this, but they're watching with their real eyes. And I don't, though. I do this. I literally see the world through my 3x5 phone. And so wherever it goes, I go. And I try to be the best that I can at that. But when I go out to count, like this morning, I'm driving. But as I'm driving, talking to you all, I'm already counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I get my count of 23 plus Chuck, so it's kind of like 23 plus 1, I know that they're all there. But what I don't do, or what I did not do this morning, is literally video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there were so many messages about the concern of not seeing Lord Grayson. No, they didn't see Lord Grayson. And I thought to myself, maybe I didn't video Lord Grayson, but I know I counted 23 plus one. So I knew at some point he was there. But I did not go back and rewatch the video. I began to try to reply to people, but at some point I was just like, I can't keep up. And then Jamie's getting the emails, and everyone's so worried about Lord Grayson. But to let you all know that he's fine, guys. He's fine. Okay. I would, if I had counted 22 plus Chuck, then we would have continued our live doing a search for Lord Grayson. We've done that. Gosh, I don't know. I feel like most of the content from over here is who's missing or who's in trouble or what did Rita do this time? Seriously, I do feel that way. What's the next bit of drama to happen here at the JL Ranch? Lord Grayson got a muffin from me this morning. I don't think I fed him a muffin. I don't remember that. I don't remember that part. That was Prince Willie Joe. I know Prince Willie Joe came up, but anywho's. All right. Well, Jamie beat me fair and square on the puzzle, and she did a great job. She's an amazing puzzle putter together. I believe you won that today on our family game.
That's
day
the only
too.
thing I won was the puzzle.
Oh, well, I do think that here's the thing, if you had used your advantage in any of those other games, think about it, if you'd had a 5-second advantage or a 5-second head start over the other boys in the etch and sketch, maybe in the coin spinning, or any of those games, I think you could have had an easier win. But you come up and tied it at the very end, and that took us to a tiebreaker, and it was a whole lot of fun.
It was a good time.
So congrats tonight on beating me.
I really thought you were going to blow me out of the water. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I think I moved way too slow.
Well, you finished it anyway.
I did finish it.
Cute little puzzle. I don't know what Gabby's dollhouse is, but it is cute. I'm yawning.
Baby, don't yawn in front of people.
I'm so sorry.
Don't yawn in front of people.
I didn't mean it. I take it, please.
Yeah.
Take it back.
And then also, I'll go ahead and address something else. And guys, when we sit down together to address things, it's not because anyone's complaining or whining. We're addressing topics so we can do it all in one setting instead of having to wait and do it where some folks may not get it or see it. But we have a new grain that we're putting out. So for the folks who were upset that I was not wetting and watering down and making a mash out of Talus's feed this morning, well, guys, we don't have to. We have a grain that he's eating just fine. We switched up some things, and he's eating it just fine without having to do all of that. We'll talk about that anymore.
Yeah, so it's a senior feed, but it is a soft senior feed. It's also a low starch senior feed, so it's very much for Talus. Actually, wonderful for any of our horses, but specifically for Talus, Val, and Roman. I would do it again. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong.
So, we don't give a whole lot of grain to Rita, and we make sure when we're kind of spacing the bowls out. At this point, we know the pecking order.
Yeah.
So we know who's going to get what bowl. So we always, the very first bowl that I pour, Jamie does too, we know it's going to go to Roman.
Yeah.
We know Roman's going to take the first bowl. So what we do is we put a whole lot of extra in there, knowing that Roman will get plenty. And there's nobody going to come by and take Roman's feed away from him. So Roman will still hopefully maintain his weight, not go overweight, but maintain his weight. As he continues to live his best life here. We're never going to work Roman, but we're just happy to be a part of his life and offer him the best home and life possible during his time with us here. And then we also know that in bowl number 2 and who will go to bowl number 3. So we're trying to make sure that we put extra feed with Val because she needs the extra calories, and with Roman. And in the other feed bowls, we're not really putting much for Rita and Talus and Jim. They don't need much.
They don't need as much. Roman and Val need the most calories. And Val gets an extra supplement to help her with muscle build. Roman doesn't need any muscle build. He just needs some maintenance. So it is somewhat of a Lester and Jamie science, but it's working. And until we get stalls built, this is our solution. So
yeah, once we get our stalls built, it'll be a whole lot easier. And then my goal, once we get the stalls built, is to teach them to go into their stalls.
yes.
That was one of my biggest accomplishments. I'm not a horse person. Everyone knows that, and I will proclaim that for forever. I'm not a horse trainer. I'm not a horse person. But here's what I remember that I did. Over at the sanctuary there in Plum Grove, I was so proud of myself for being so consistent, and you did too, being so consistent with who goes into what stall, that folks who have been following the channel long enough can remember that all we had to do was open the main gate, and the horses would all begin to feed through, and the donkeys, and they all knew right where to go. And everyone went right into their stall, and it made life so darn easy. And then we came back behind them and we would close the stall, but we would go in there and put their feed out first. And then we just open the main gate. They all go right to their stall, and then we just come up and close the gate behind them. And that made life so gosh darn easy. Donna Lee says, I love that. I do too, Donna.
So I think that's what we're going to do
Donna,
here is
Donnie,
put
Donna Lee.
Put gates at the end of the stables. So that way, when it comes
So
time
12,
to
yeah,
prepare,
12-foot gates at each end. So they can't just walk right through during feed time.
So if there's gates on the end, they'll definitely crowd that gate. But what will happen is once they figure out their stalls, they'll already be feed in their stalls. And all we have to do is open the gates, and they'll go in, we go behind and close them. And then everybody gets exactly what was set out for them. No chasing in and out, anything like that. And when everybody's done, we open all of their stall gates and let them leave again. And during the daytime and all of those times, they'll still have access to be able to come in and get out of the weather if they choose to, or to rest, or we can keep someone on stall rest if we need to, or, there's just a lot of benefits that will come from that. And we are actively saving up for those stalls to be one of our next projects.
Keep talking. I'm trying to find somebody here.
And I'm getting anxious about it. And I told Lester this weekend, and we're not in agreement on this yet, but I told him, I was like, I think that we can build those. I think that we can do it. We might not be able I'm not a welder. Could I probably learn how to weld? Yes. But do I feel confident enough that they would be strong enough? No. But I do think that I quite possibly could find the patience to be able to build the stalls still from wood. But Lester's like, we don't need to do that work. Let's talk to a few people first and see who we can find and what kind of price range we're talking about. And he's like, let's not dive into that ourselves yet, because that's not like a weekend project. That's probably a month-long project for the two of us, because it would be evening into the dark and that type of thing. Because my days are so packed right now that there's no time. And Lex weekends are busy. So that really shrinks your time to be able to do a project like that. But nonetheless, I still feel like I think this is a problem. I was born with the how hard could it be gene, and it's eating at me right now because I want to tackle this project, but I also recognize that we kind of need them to be forever and very stable and all those things. But I don't know. I'm on the fence.
I'm trying to find, everyone's saying hi to Grandma Chris, but I'm wondering what name, what's her screen name here?
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you were talking. So that's what you're looking for.
What do you think? I was looking for someone to be mean?
No, I don't know what you're doing.
I was trying to find everyone's saying hi to Grandma Chris, but I don't know what name she's going under. See all the hi to Grandma Chris? So I'm wondering what name she's going by. What is her name on here? See, they're all saying Grandma Chris. Hi, Grandma Chris. But what is Grandma Chris's name? You don't know?
No, I don't.
Because I don't see anyone who's named Grandma Chris. And then what if it's a scandalous kind of person who has made their very own, they changed their YouTube name to be Grandma Chris.
Oh my gosh.
So don't think they wouldn't do it. Don't think they wouldn't do it, Jamie.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
So I got to find this Grandma Chris, try to figure out if it's really her or not, because I love stuff like that. She's
So-
going by Grandma Chris. I don't see a Grandma Chris. I don't see her.
So my dad can't come back down right now. First, my dad is helping Xander. My dad has helped Xander with quite a few projects already. And he also has his own life. So I can't fly my dad back down for it. Plus, he has so much going on, and I don't want to take up that kind of time from him. So, and I don't think, yes, he can build anything, but he also doesn't weld. So that wouldn't help as far as getting the metal parts done. Because typically in stalls, there are metal plus wood.
Yeah, so don't forget, and a lot of folks don't understand that even though we have outside walls, you still have to put up things over the metal, because horses inside of a building like ours, they will, if they end up getting to kicking or something, they can actually put their foot right through
And it would be horrible.
the metal, and that would cut them to pieces. And so you still have to put up something over on the inside of that metal. Wood is what they usually would use. So it's a very lengthy process, and I still wouldn't mind building one or two, mostly for the horses that need to be stalled so we can work with others. So one of the things I will do this week for sure is get the round pen and get that set up. Not so much to come out there and lunge horses, but mostly to be able to work with horses.
Separate, yeah.
So we can separate and not have to have all of the riffraff. I think that you all saw what terrified me yesterday. So my God. But no.
So you have two projects this week. So you have, and both involve the round pen parts.
Well, don't forget that I also have a soccer game that I have to go to on Wednesday I want to go to on Wednesday. So 2 projects. Is one of them involving the generator?
That's 3.
Oh God. Okay.
So the first project you have to do is due by Tuesday morning.
And that's the one for the horse dentist?
Yes. So we have the equine dentist coming to both properties on Tuesday. And this is our normal dentist, Dr. Allison Rogers. And she will be doing 6 teeth floats. So she'll be doing Bucky's, Prim, and Storm at Jail South. And Jail North, she'll be doing Val, Gem, and Rita. Now, Gem may not actually need her teeth floated, but she will get at least an exam and get everything checked out. And then they'll look at her baby teeth to see if they're loose. So that horses have, I forgot, are they called wolf teeth, horse people? Oh. I don't remember. But when Storm was seen for the first time, hers were wiggly, so they pulled them out for her. So that was really like a learning experience for me. But in order to do it here, we don't have any stalls here. And she prefers the horses be in the stall. I'm not the CCL. That was a joke. So different, Grandma Chris.
No. No. The CCL is the crazy Canadian lady that was stalking me. So my question to this Grandma Chris is, you need to tell us something in the comments that only you and I would know if it really is you. Something in the comments that only you and I would know if it was really you. If this is the real Grandma Chris. You watched that video. We laughed together.
I know.
Anyway, keep talking about your teeth.
So Lester has to build a stall with the panels here, because one of the things that the dentist does, and I'll make a video of this, she has a harness for the horses' heads because she sedates them and has to hold their heads up while she works on them. And when she comes, she brings this huge speculum that makes their mouth open up wide, because floating their teeth actually is drilling down their teeth. The horses' teeth get sharp edges, and it causes them to not be able to chew right because it causes pain. So every year, horses have to have their teeth cut back. Not on the top like you and I do, on the sides, because it pokes into their gums. And essentially, this strap for the head has to hang from something. Well, we have a beautiful actual pulley. I just spit on the camera. We have a pulley system in the red barn. However, it goes out to the pasture, and the last thing that we need is Chuck up in anybody's business up there. So Lester is going to take the panels from the round pen and build a mock stall for us to perform that in here. And it will be an education piece. She lets me video parts of things when everything's safe. But she does have to sedate each individual horse, and they move in, they move out. And it is a very time-consuming process. If any horses have any bad teeth, she has to pull them just like a dentist would for humans as well. I don't know why it's called floating teeth, to be honest.
I've
no idea.
Same thing. I have no idea.
But it is. So it's an annual dentist visit for horses, basically. So it will be it's gonna be a very busy day Tuesday. I am also working, so Lester also doesn't realize that he is on deck for parts of that day as well.
I just hope that it warms up a little bit, because it's gotten cold again over here. I don't know where the cold came from, because all of our winter clothes have been put away. So I'm in shorts and a hoodie. Lex came over in shorts and a t-shirt and was freezing. We had to find some clothes that we got for him.
She replied, Lester, on there. People are saying she replied.
Type what I just told you to type.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to see if Grandma Chris replies to this. And so if I see Grandma Chris come up, we're going to, So we will see if it really is the right her or not. Are you going to look for it?
I feel like the whole world is looking for it right now.
I think the whole world is looking for Grandma Chris's next word, see if it really is her or not. So yeah, you can never know. I mean, people will try to steal someone's identity, which is ridiculous. I know. The world that we live in.
So anyway, so then after the equine dentist is here, the next thing Lester has to do is to put up the actual round pen, because we do need a way to separate and work with, and it is challenging to do that at the gate because Jem is a baby and believes that she needs firsties in everything. So if anybody's coming out the gate at this point in time, Jem is coming with them because she's not going to miss out. She has a little bit of FOMO. She's sweet and she's funny and she's playful and all those parts. But I want to be able to work with her in the round pen as well. So that will be part of Lester's week. The next part will be the solar that he's going to hook up in the stables.
We have to have power out there, and that's the best place to do it. All right, so it is the real Grandma Chris. It is the real Grandma Chris, in case anyone was wondering. And then do you see what she wrote right there, Jamie?
Did.
Do you know that one?
I know it well.
So if you guys don't know, that is the real Grandma Chris, the sweet lady who met me. She just met a random YouTuber while he went to go eat. And we had a wonderful lunch date, had great conversation. And if you don't know, that right there, not only is that my name backwards, but that's also my the bad side of me. All of my students that I taught, this is something that Dwayne Lacey should start doing, is give yourself a name backwards. And whenever you go by your name spelled backwards, you got to be the complete opposite of who you normally are. So I would always say, do y'all want Lester Morrow as your teacher, or do you want Retzel Warren? Because I can be either one. I can sit here and we can, have a good time and we get our lessons done and we all can sit here and, treat each other like family. Or I can come in here and write on the board what you're going to be doing. I'll put and boy, I could sure make those kids learn real fast. They do not want to be a part of Retzel Warren's classroom. They want Lester Morrow back. They want Lester Morrow, the nice guy. They don't want Retzel Warren. So that's just a teaching story. All right, Grandma Chris, it really is you. Guys, that really is the Grandma Chris. You know, you worry about someone else trying to steal identities, right? So I was just making sure before everyone becomes very friendly with her that it really is the right lady.
Grandma Chris, thanks for taking Lester to lunch that day and occupying his time.
Putting up with me.
I am so sorry that he pulled the under the table stuff with you, because that's like an old trick that he just does with everyone.
Whatever.
I'm just teasing. I'm just messing with you. I thought it was funny that he even noticed that the table was not level.
No.
Because most of the time.
Hey, hold on. The funniest part, and I don't even know where this came from, but while I'm under the table working, that sweet lady like leans back in her chair. You saw that with your own eyes.
Did not.
I'll find it.
No.
I will find it.
Lester Morrow, stop.
You just talk.
Stop
I want to share it with
Lester
the world.
Morrow, she's probably mortified.
Miss Grandma Chris, we're friends here. You know that we are.
Oh my gosh.
Jamie, people deserve to see it.
Oh my gosh. I just love that you left her, poor Grandma Chris, you left her on live while you ran to the restroom, and she had to fend for herself while like so many people are just blowing up your phone, just going a million miles a minute. And she probably thought like that you weren't coming back. She was probably like scared to death that she's going to have like real conversations with people she didn't know. Oh, no, it was really brave of you to come meet him. He really is looking that up right now because he can't not look it up.
I have it. I'm screen recording it right now.
So,
is this bothering you? Keep talking. You don't need me. You do this all the time on your own.
It's just a little distracting to hear you talking right next to me. And like, that's just.
I do believe that a lot of folks want to know who the heck Grandma Chris is. And you brought up the whole thing about me going under the table. And then I brought up the fact of what she did. Like,
she did not.
Yes, she did. I'm about to show it to you and to the whole internet over here.
Poor Grandma Chris is probably 50 ways of embarrassed, Lester.
Grandma Chris, you know that.
I'm so sorry, Grandma Chris. So sorry that this is where this went, because all I was trying to do was be kind and say thank you for entertaining him, because I couldn't be there that day because I was working, and it was a very hectic week. And it was refreshing that you were brave enough to walk up to him and have lunch with him and go to his favorite restaurant.
She was really sweet too. We actually had great conversation. So I had to wait several hours that day, and honestly, she made it to where 2 of those hours were very easy. So I'm almost done here, by the way. I'm blushing so hard too.
I know. I actually hadn't seen Lester blush like that in a while until I pee-patted him yesterday in his dance move extraordinaire and totally busted him. That was the first time that he had no idea, a hint that I was even standing there to be able to see that. He thought that I was doing laundry or in the office or something like that. He had no idea that I was sitting there paying attention to him yesterday.
Okay, so I finished screen recording. So now I'm going to take this and send it over here. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that real fast?
Yes.
And you not be mad at me?
I'm not mad.
You promise?
I'm not mad. If I didn't have to drive home, I would just pour myself a drink right now.
Do y'all want to see this, right? Y'all want to see this, yes? You all want to see the moment?
Only if we can also share the PPAT video.
Oh, Jamie. You know what? It's hard being me.
Is it?
Yeah, it's hard being me.
Is it?
It's hard being me.
Oh, my God.
First things first, Jamie. Let's go ahead and pull up the old Grandma Chris screen recording. It's coming, friends. It's coming. And then I love Grandma Chris. She's a sweet lady. And we had a lot of fun doing this. All right. So what I'm going to do is forward animals for certain. I got it. Okay. Oh, did that do anything? No, it did not. Okay. It's the other side over there.
Oh, look. That is right over there.
All right, undo that there.
I just didn't know if the camera was shaking or something. It's not bothering me. I'm fine with it. It's okay.
I think everyone's enjoying this moment. I believe a lot of folks are enjoying this moment.
This is the first time I do not do pictures, much less video.
But look at me, I'm blushing. I am so blushing.
There he goes. Oh Lord, it's coming from the other side now.
All right, pull towards you a little bit. Here's the look.
All right.
Watch your fix the hair.
I think that's a lot better.
Better. Watch. Look.
She's pulling herself together. That's all. That when you were ready, she already said you fixed it. That doesn't count. You made it seem so much more dramatic.
I think it's precious. And
do you come back up and fix your hair though?
No.
Are you sure? Because I bet you do. I bet you readjust your hat or something and fix yourself.
Look
right
how
now.
cute she is. I'm the one on the floor. I'm the one coming up off the floor, and she leans back like, whoo. Oh,
you're
woo,
so ridiculous
woo.
Right now.
Is that not the look right there, Jamie?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
He fixes everything.
I'm gonna run wash my hands.
Oh, you have to go to the bathroom after you just came back up.
I had to go wash my hands because I touched the floor. Anyway, she was so much fun. So in case you're wondering who is Grandma Chris, sweet lady who met me, we had lunch together.
Here, let me help you with your stress right now.
We had lunch together, and while we were having lunch, I had to go. Oh, that feels so very good. I had to go under the table and fix a wobbly leg. And I says, Grandma Chris, just sit back and relax. This will not take me long. And she leaned back and she's like, woo.
She did not
She did say woo. I hope that she's not mad at me for that.
She should be mad at you for that.
Grandma Chris, you're not mad, right?
Did you delete my PPAP video?
I haven't touched your phone.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay. Boy. You're going to send it to the computer?
Of course I am. Because if you haven't seen it yet, you should. Because it was outstanding timing. It was like one of those moments where I'm so proud that Lester has always taught me to just, if you see something, go ahead and record it and figure it out later. And I saw it and I was like holding myself together, giggling silently behind him.
Okay, so in case you're wondering, I've always been into dance.
True.
I may not look it anymore, guys. I don't look the role. I do not look the role. No, stop. Seriously. I don't look the role, but anyone who would have known me back in my teens and 20s and 30s, not really after my 40s, but I was really into dance. And I liked a certain style of dance. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. So sometimes when I find myself sitting down, watching videos, I run across unique styles of dance. And I saw a lady who had a unique style of dance, and I was just seeing if I could mimic her. There's nothing weird about that at all.
It wasn't weird. It was funny.
I did not stand up and walk around.
I was hoping that was coming.
I'm not trying to be her.
Listen, I was so hoping that was happening. Like it was on my list of like when he spins around in that, when she spins and he spins and I sketched it to be like my moment. Like your own short, like I was like, you got a dance competition with her. What's going on? That he's trying to learn this dance. That's part.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Christy.
I'm not doing that.
Well, there's some moves I ain't doing, okay? I ain't doing that either. Well, some moves were cute. Some were like sleazy.
Yeah, this was when you're like, okay, I got it nailed down here. You're like, about ready to wrap it up. Whew, that was a tough one.
I'm done. I'm done with her
Yeah.
now.
Working on that one?
Did you
I'm
see
done with
that?
her.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Right there.
Why are you doing
This is
that?
the best feedback video I've ever had in my whole life. This is the
Watch,
best
watch.
ever.
My knee.
What now? Delete it.
And that is why I no longer dance. Okay, that's why I don't dance. Okay,
It
Jamie.
was the chainsaw that I could have ran from and totally
Delete
ran
that. You
away
couldn't
and
do that to me.
And that, my friends, is why I.
Oh, baby.
And you wonder why I hang out here at the JL Motel all the time. And you wonder why I stay over here, because I have no peace and privacy. I can sit over here in this room and don't.
But when you spun around, you already knew that I was videoing in that moment because my giggle must have like eluded your, like all of a sudden did it just like click in your mind of like, oh my God, she recorded that? Or like,
Well, here's the thing. You were, I think you were making us lunch. So I knew you were in the kitchen, but I don't try to hide. I'm not trying to hide from
No.
you. And so Jamie's kitchen cooking, I could hear the air fryer. I could hear her working in the kitchen. And I didn't think I had to be on high alert because you're going to be trying to video something, because I watch dance videos all the time.
it's true, but it was
I love
just,
dance videos.
it was just funny how you were pausing it to mimic it, that I had not seen that before. And then the parts where you were saying like, not doing that, whoop, cutting that part out. I was just,
Well,
by the way, he gave me permission to post that for the record. He gave me permission. I love you.
Anyway, I'm happy to see that there's a lot of other people that also sit and watch videos. And if they're watching certain videos, they will also mimic them. At least they try to. And I don't know. I just think it's fun.
It is fun. I am not capable of it though. I don't know what's wrong with me. In a
Maybe you're the kind of girl that has to have a few in you first. You got to have a few drinks before you'll dance. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't need to drink to dance. I will just dance. If there's people dancing, I will dance. I'm not good at it,
no, I will
but
dance.
I will dance.
But I'm not good at it at all. And I don't have the confidence like you do. Like you have full confidence in like being able to like mimic. And he does really good. He's an incredible dancer.
Stop. Now you're going to think I'm like begging for compliments. And I'm not.
I'm just saying that like I am the whitest white girl dancer of.
Oh, I'm very white. I'm very white. I'm a very white dancer. No, and you can say that about yourself, guys. We are very white dancers. When we go dancing, we're very white, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. And I'm also very redneck, and I can say that about myself. And I'm also very hick and hillbilly, and I'm also very. You can say it about yourself, and no one cares.
Yes, it's true.
So you should remove that from the vocabulary, Lester. I'm a redneck. I'm a hick. I already know it. Anyway, check this out.
What you got?
A sweet lady sent me this. And in this word search are 87 of our animals and a couple of other funny and interesting things that you might find entertaining.
I see two.
Do you really? You guys want to know that when I got this, the very first thing that I saw, my eyes went right to it. My eyes just zoom right to it. Look at the very bottom line. Who can find it on the very bottom line? Can I make it bigger?
I saw that.
Can I make it bigger? Not really. Right on the very bottom line. Yes. SB knows. Yeah, red wrapper. If you didn't see that, on the very bottom line, y'all, right at the bottom, red wrapper. And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed so loud at myself. What else do you see?
Cornholio, Jezebel.
You see Cornholio and Jezebel?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got good eyes, because I actually went looking for names. And she said that she didn't name everybody because she hasn't been watching forever, but she named a lot of the ones that are repeat videos about that she's just really enjoyed. So, someone says they see Dixie. Anyway,
I see text.
I think that Jamie should take this and post it to Facebook. I don't do Facebook anymore. Jamie does. So we still have our Facebook alive and well. We still make videos for Facebook, but I just am not able to do a lot with Facebook because when I changed my phone number, I lost access to my Facebook. Guys, I'm so sorry. And Facebook doesn't really believe it's me. They have so many other Longhorn Lesters, but they do not believe that I'm actually me. And I'm like, oh, my freaking Lord, have mercy.
That's true.
Listen, that is the dumbest thing ever. I lose access to Facebook because I had to change my phone number, right? Facebook sends me a verification to my phone, which I no longer have that number. And so then I say, please send verification to a different source. And they send it to WhatsApp, which is also linked to my phone number. And I'm like, send it to my email. Well, what I get in my email is there's been someone trying to log into your account. And I'm like, it's me. It's me. They don't believe it's me. And I'm like, oh my God. So I still have a Facebook. You all know the Longhorn Lester. I think it has 118. Can you see how many subscribers are on there? But there's also a bunch of fake Longhorn Lesters. But I cannot even go to my very own Facebook because they don't believe it's really me. I'm so sick of Facebook. I love you all who, if you love Facebook, I'm
118,000 people.
118,000, y'all. None of the fake channels have that many on there. But every once in a while, Jamie will still post something for me because she can still use Facebook. I just can't. Okay, I just can't use it. So, anywho, it's a wonderful word search, but I do think that Jamie should post that to both or maybe all three of our Facebook channels. Yeah. And then post it to the YouTube on that community page where people can print those off if you want to and have some fun with it. And I think that would be a lot of fun, y'all. That'd be a lot of fun for you guys to do because I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to get a copy printed out and have my own fun with that.
I love that.
Thank you, Christy. Says, I'm one of those 118,000.
I love word searches. Like, I like mind puzzles and games and things that just not like, I don't want to do them all day. I don't want to do that. But I need like 5 minutes of like something to make my brain work.
Why don't you watch my morning and afternoon lives when I do my roundup and head count with the Longhorns?
Because it's an hour.
I'm really trying to help people who are also losing their marbles because I'm losing my marbles. And it does my brain good to go out and see them and name them and say at least one thing about each and every one of them. It might
That's your own version.
It might could help you too, Jamie.
Well, I wish I had the time to do that, but 5 minutes is about all I can grant to the brain puzzle a day. Sorry.
I know, I get it. So, well, friends, we've had y'all for quite a while.
Oh my God.
I know. Didn't time fly tonight?
Yes.
Wow. I just want to say we're going to have us a busy week coming up, but I'm going to try to stay true to the schedule. I really got a nice routine down. And Jamie is also trying to add some things to her routine that I'm trying to encourage her. Jamie sometimes she needs a pat and a push is what I call it. She needs a pat and a push to get her going. She has wonderful, wonderful things, but she is busy. And don't forget, Jamie still has a job. But
and it is jobbing right now.
It's very jobbing, so she's very stressed with work. But she had this really wonderful idea a while back. You want to talk about it at least?
I thought you were saying goodbye, but yeah, we could talk about it.
This is a great idea, y'all. This is a great idea. And she's going to do it at least one day a week.
I want to start a series of, it would be a live, I guess. And maybe it's Thursday night. I don't know what night.
I think Friday night because gossip for Friday night is great.
But it's not great. Gossip.
No, it's kind of like that.
Okay. So there used to be this website called Secrets. Way, way, way long time ago, before like MySpace even.
Secrets.
And it was a place where people would go to type their secrets on it was completely anonymous. You didn't even have to type in an email address. And then they would just like flash up on the screen. And I would find myself at that time like reading other people's secrets because it was entertaining. And it was like, oh my gosh. Oh, and some of it was like very mild. Some of it was very risque, whatever. I want to create something similar where people can submit their secrets anonymously. And then I can read them
Yes.
on a live and talk about people's secrets and things like that.
So that's the whole key. It'll be anonymous. Jamie will never read your name. She'll never read your name.
Right.
We don't know. We don't know.
So I want to create a place where it doesn't even require you to register to enter that as well. So that way I don't actually get your email address unless you want me to have it. But essentially sharing secrets or you all have heard about the part of the newspaper that used to be called Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Where people would write in and ask questions of what would you do, that type of thing. I also want to start a series kind of tied into that partially that's called Dear Jamie, and where you can be anonymous or you can be named it's up to you, but you write in, either you share part of your story and we talk about it, or you ask like, what would you do if, I also follow a page of Am I the Asshole? Basically, so they tell a scenario and they just talk about that. So I thought it'd be fun to like read those types of scenarios of Dear Jamie or share secrets and talk about those. And it would just be like, it would just be a conversation place basically. So I need to set that up, but
no, I think you should do it from your channel. Don't make a new channel for it.
No, but I need to set up what day of the week and like that type of, no, it would still be on From Suits to Boots, but it would be like Thursday nights or Friday nights or something along those lines, to where
it'd be kind of a Jamie After Dark version.
Yeah.
And you would have to remind people that, hey, if this is not for you, then you don't need to watch. You already have an adult channel made for 18 and older. So there's nothing on there that is going to be, oh my God, I cannot believe. And so these are just things that people choose to share with you.
Correct.
Because they want you to possibly use it as your content to share with the world.
Correct.
Sometimes it's therapeutic to get your story out there.
Sometimes
it's fun to hear people's secrets.
Yes.
So I may even subscribe to that one. I would love to tell y'all some of my secrets. I got a lot of secrets, y'all. You may call me Loose Lips Lester, but really I keep a lot that I don't let out. I got a lot of secrets. Man.
So anyway, that I've been talking about that for a little bit with Lester, of like, I just think that would be really fun type of discussion topics they're not about farm. They're not about like my job or my stresses or anything like that. They're about y'all.
A lot of people are saying that, Talking the Truth Thursdays.
Truth Talking Thursday.
Truth Talking Thursday. Thursdays. Yeah, just some stuff. And so that might be an outlet for people to share things. And then my question is, this is my vision for your idea. Okay. This is my vision for your idea. In one episode, say it's like a podcast type episode, like a podcast. So it could be someone you could just listen or you could actually watch, right? But you don't just have it only about secrets. In one session, in 1 hour, it could be like a subsection. This over here is about Dear Jamie. Like, this is my situation, my boyfriend or my husband, this and this. And so then you just talk about it, right? But not the whole hour. And then at some point you cut off that section and you go to the secrets. When I was, whatever someone's secret is, sometimes at night or whatever, I'm sorry, I'm just, and then you cut off that section and you go to whatever the different sections are. So if you devote 10 or 15 minutes to each section, time's going to fly by like that.
Yeah. But people have to share those parts of them, though, for me to be able to have the series.
But you would not share those on that actual thing. You don't share them here. You share them ahead of time into your email.
Yes.
So yeah, you'll share those with Jamie ahead of time because you don't want to do it here.
Right.
You'll
No,
here
you
you're just
send them
an
in
active,
private.
Yeah, here you'll just be an active listener.
Yeah.
You'll listen to the stories that Jamie's telling based on what she gets from her email.
And then we all talk about them and
Then
talk about what
talk-
would we do if we were in that scenario,
Yeah.
or what if, you know, how would you give advice to this person, or whatever the case is. But I just think a Dear Jamie session, secret share, I don't know yet. I don't know what to call it, but I don't know what day it is yet. But
Well, I'm gonna watch. That's for darn sure. You don't have to watch my live, but I'm gonna be watching yours.
tea time. Call it tea time.
Tea time. Good. All right. Well, friends, we have kept you guys way past your bedtime. Jamie still has to drive home. And we want to thank you guys for jumping on and hanging out with us for a couple of times today. We're blessed to have you. I see a lot of questions popping up, but let's not do questions right now, friends. Lots of videos are out and about. For those who are asking about Barnadette, there's videos that are out and about, and more coming.
I got a good video tomorrow. I did some documentation this afternoon.
Okay, so
video documentation.
Good video tomorrow from Jamie. There you go. Is it about Barnadette?
I don't know.
Woohoo! So for all the people asking the questions, you know, but there'll be lots of videos that's going to cover everything. I promise you. All right. And if we don't cover it, then we'll get to it. I promise you we will. All right.
Y'all stay safe, stay well, stay warm. We're down to the 40s this week at night. And please do check out tomorrow morning's videos. Of course, catch your breakfast coffee with Loose Lips Lester here. And Tuesday night we have car cake.
I want to do secrets too, though. Maybe I can do the secret session.
No, you cannot do the secret
I
session.
want to read secrets, Jamie. I want to.
No, it's mine.
Anyway, I guess I'll just stick with coffee.
Good night, y'all. We
Coffee,
love you so
tea, and
very much.
Thank y'all for watching.
Survivor. I'm a survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuaries waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor. I'm a survivor.
It is Sunday evening. Jamie and I are about to do our Sanctuary Sunday live. But before we do, I want to walk out and show you all something. And I'll explain what's going on. This morning, I came out early and we drove around on the side-by-side looking at the Longhorn, doing a head count, and just doing a little bit of a debrief. Not a debrief, just kind of just talking. And there were a lot of people, y'all. Lots of people all day were sending emails and messages about Lord Grayson. Where is Lord Grayson? Where's Lord Grayson? Then they start messaging Jamie. Guys, Lord Grayson is right here. So this morning, remember, when I drove by, I did a head count. I did not actually take my camera and video each and every one of our babies. But Lord Grayson is alive and well, and he's here, okay? Hi, Danny. Well, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Vroom, vroom. And I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Vroom, vroom. 'Cause you get sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between Danny and I keep falling in love with her over and over and over and over again.